Kanachur Trust Haji Dr. UK Monu. I wish to acknowledge and congratulate him on the fact that the Mangalore University had conferred him an honorary doctorate just 2 months back in recognition of his outstanding work in the field of education, including higher education, for which I think we all should give a round of applause. We are all proud of him. So I start with addressing him first. Next, the guests of honor, Professor Abdul Rahman, who has been known to me for the last 3 decades, and uniquely he was the Vice Chancellor of not one but 2 universities, Kannur and Malabar, and he is my well-wisher also. The correspondent of this school as well as the director of the Kanachur Medical College, that is Abdul Rahman, who is a dynamic youngster who has the finger on the pulse of all the activities happening in this campus. And I am very, very much aware that the school and college are very dear to his heart as much as the medical college. The principal of this college, Professor Iqbal, all the other heads of the institution who are here, the committed faculty members who are responsible for the graduates coming out of this college, parents, and most important, the graduating batch of 2023. Let me first start with congratulating the graduating batch of 2023 because you had a natural calamity to battle against in the year that you entered the college. The year 2020 was a year of global pandemic, the COVID-19, which started in March, and I am aware that for 2 academic years you were affected by this particular thing. The first wave or the alpha wave was in 2020 till the very end, and the second wave, delta wave as it was called, was there from March 2021 right through. And of course, not to forget the Omicron wave which happened at the end of that year. What I am trying to tell is, your 3-year course was a greater challenge than any other batch because of this issue, and there were lockdowns, online class and whatnot, and you have come out against all adversity, and I must say that you have come out with flying colors. So keep it up. At this point in time, I wish to congratulate your parents because they are the ones, apart from having brought you into this world, have been responsible to, with all their hard work and aspirations, they have been responsible for making you come up to this stage and receive this certificate. And I would like you to give a round of applause, dear students, to the dear parents. Next, I would like to also acknowledge the importance of faculty members. You can have a building, you can have wonderful infrastructure, but unless the teachers have the dynamism and commitment, nothing will happen. And the teachers of this college, from the academic report, from the annual report which was presented just now, the teachers have done great job of getting the students to participate not only in academics but extracurricular activities, sports and literary activities. So I think the teachers also deserve a round of applause from the students for the guidance. In fact, I just want to tell you just one anecdote. One day, Sant Kabir was asked by a student, whom will you wish first if you see God and your teacher? Student told something, then Kabir told, always acknowledge your teacher first, because the teacher will show the pathway to the God. So teacher is the most important person who will take you the right path. So that's one thing. Now, the graduates coming out of this college should remember that you have to carry the reputation of this college right through your future career of whatever years, that is professional career and even later. Always remember that you are a graduate of this college and you got your values in this college. So you should always keep the flag of Kanachur flying very high. It is indeed said that in the initial years the institution makes the alumnus, in the later years alumnus makes the institution. And when I say that, I must also acknowledge the fact, just last week I was reading in the newspaper, Mr. Nandan Nilekani, formerly Infoscian, he gave 300 crore rupees to IIT Mumbai for infrastructural development. In other words, the alumni also have a moral responsibility of giving back to the institution whatever they can to develop the institution in future. It is not immediate, maybe decades down, but keep that commitment in mind. Alma mater is like your second mother. That is what the meaning of alma mater is. Your mother is at home, but alma mater is the mother that nurtured you through your learning career. So this institution should always be dear to your heart for all times to come. See, when we were in school, there was a saying, when wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. But when character is lost, everything is lost. I don't hear much of it nowadays because this world has become very materialistic. So there is more talk about materialism and wealth. But I would like to stress the fact that this institution has molded your character. And I can quote one very important person, Martin Luther King, the Jr., a United States civil rights activist, black civil rights activist, who said that I would like my children to grow up in a nation where opportunities are decided not by the color of the skin but by the content of the character. He told it in the background of racial discrimination which was there even in 1950s and 60s. Although slavery was abolished 100 years back, it was still there. So Martin Luther King said that opportunity should be decided by the content of the character. So this character building has happened in this institution, and further on you should take that always in your, you should keep it in your mind. And one more thing, in the background of the events happening in the country and wherever, see, we should be standing for respecting each other, respecting each other's religion, harmony and communal harmony and all that. And actually, I would like to say that Nelson Mandela, the Nobel Prize for Peace winner, he was, for your information, he was imprisoned in 1963 and released only in 1990, and he was in solitary confinement in Robben Island prison, which I have seen in South Africa. And when he came out, he said that we should not have any vindictive attitude against whites. Because although he had been imprisoned, he never had that. He was profoundly influenced by Mahatma Gandhi. And he compared South Africa to a zebra, which is their animal. He said that you cannot selectively damage the black stripes or white stripes. If you do that, the animal dies, that's all. You can't say that the black and white are different, it is same. So therefore, the same thing holds good in our country also. We cannot talk about this and that religion and try to selectively harm somebody at the expense of others. So always have respect for your fellow students and the future fellow citizens. That's very important. That's why, in fact, I had a good fortune of meeting Nelson Mandela 10 years back, in October 2013, when I went on behalf of Manipal to Durban University of Durban, and a few months later, Nelson Mandela died. But I would like you to remember this always. Whatever you learnt in this school, carry the good values as ambassadors of goodwill. Now, these are some of the things which come to my mind on this occasion, because I have been given 10 minutes and I want to confine to that, because there is a joke that we professors tend to speak for 1 hour because that's the duration of lecture class. That's in a lighter vein. I won't hold the floor more than that. So these are some of the things which I had to tell you in, as a matter of, mandate for the future. So wish you all the best, and I would like to thank the organizers of this for having asked me to come. For your information, I have come into the institution only less than 10 days back. So it is an honor for me that within a week or so of coming to the institution, I have been asked to come and address a graduation, that too in the forum where all these people are there. That is an honor for me. And even more important, this is one thing which I must have told earlier, even more important, I entered this hall, I realized that it is a college for women, for ladies. Now, this is a great job which Kanachur Mono and his son are doing. They have, in their earlier years, they have been, they have all been industrialists. They have got their assets out of industrial earnings, but they have what is called as corporate social responsibility. That is, if you have the money, a part of that should be given back to the society, and they are trying to do that by educating women belonging to the community in particular, but society at large. It is not just the community, it is society at large. So therefore, the fact that the women are being educated in this institution is very important, because if a woman is educated and if she is employable and gets a job, then the whole family will benefit. So therefore, please remember that this institution has given you a direction for your future life also. Thank you very much.